searched him on his person. They said they've begun going through them, encrypting some of them and giving them back to the defense. That will take some time. There are going to be some motions in this case. One of those was addressed today.
Hey, talking about I'm gonna show out. It's just my life. You can't get mad. Get the off my page. Come on, I'm gonna show out. I ain't no show out. I earn my shit the hard way. Happened, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life.
Reports have surfaced alleging that CNN made public financial documents belonging to Floyd Mayweather Jr., suggesting he is facing bankruptcy. Around the middle of April 2025, numerous posts and video clips started spreading across various social media platforms. These uploads claimed that the network had gained access to Mayweather's private banking records and shared them publicly.
Asked for an investigation into leaks, saying that they believe the government, he suggested that the government was trying to, he accused the government of making a takedown of a successful black man.
The narrative began gaining traction after a widely viewed discussion on Reddit, where unidentified users posted blurry images they claimed were records of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s bank balances. In those images, several accounts appeared to show either zero funds or negative totals. Posts circulating alongside the screenshots alleged that presenters on CNN had talked about these supposed documents during a special segment focused on financial oversight, which intensified speculation across the internet. According to the material shared online, the pages portrayed multiple accounts under Mayweather's name, with figures ranging from negative $25,000 to nothing at all. The same images also displayed sizable pending charges described as alimony, tax liens, and legal expenses. One document was said to summarize overall liabilities at more than $120 million, while listing no matching assets. Participants in the thread pointed out that large portions of the pages were concealed. Thick black markings covered sensitive fields such as account numbers, leaving only indistinct views of bank letterheads. Supporters of the claim argued that these edits suggested the paperwork was genuine, theorizing that the network had lawfully obtained the records under journalist protection rules and then masked private details before any release. After the posts began spreading, numerous online personalities and commentators amplified the story. Eye-catching thumbnails and sensational headlines quickly pushed the topic to millions of views on multiple platforms. Several well-known boxing podcasts even dedicated full episodes to analyzing the supposed documents, examining each entry and debating what legal consequences could follow. At the same time, sports commentator Stephen A. Smith publicly weighed in again on Mayweather, doing so amid reports that authorities had searched properties linked to the retired champion as part of an investigation involving alleged financial irregularities and unpaid obligations.
Gentlemen, chaos broke out. And I'm not talking about legit, bona fide boxing, pure boxing chaos. I'm talking about the kind of stuff that's just embarrassing. Look at this here, please.
Reports circulating online claimed that federal authorities carried out searches at properties linked to Floyd Mayweather Jr. in both Miami and Las Vegas. These accounts stated that the action followed an investigation involving his business, Mayweather Promotions, over allegations of tax violations and other financial wrongdoing. According to the same reports, agent from the Federal Bureau of Investigation was said to have discovered documents believed to be falsified during the searches. Commenting on the situation, sports analyst Stephen A. Smith spoke forcefully on his program, arguing that the accusations placed Mayweather in a category alongside some of the most infamous figures associated with financial crimes. His remarks came soon after headlines emerged describing the searches of the boxer's residences. As the story continued to develop, further claims introduced an unexpected element. Some properties frequently presented as part of Mayweather's personal holdings were described as components of marketing agreements. Under these arrangements, he reportedly appeared as the owner in promotional material to increase a development's prestige and attract buyers, receiving compensation or limited property interests in exchange. Investigators, however, were said to view such practices as potentially misleading to the public. Additional allegations discussed by commentators suggested links to questionable cryptocurrency promotions, with claims that certain digital tokens endorsed to followers later lost value, leaving investors facing significant losses.
You are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather. Everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop.
On his program, Stephen A. Smith argued that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long relied on endorsement arrangements that create the impression he owns various brands and companies, when in reality he may simply serve as a compensated spokesperson. Smith suggested that much of the image surrounding Mayweather's business empire could be promotional rather than proprietary. He even quipped that the luxury jets often showcased online might also be tied to sponsorship agreements, adding that the only verified certainty about Mayweather is his undefeated record in the ring. While his actual holdings remain unclear, Smith further implied that recent search footage indicated the more serious concerns could involve digital assets rather than real estate partnerships. He claimed that over the years, Mayweather had been connected to multiple cryptocurrency promotions that later drew scrutiny. According to Smith, several of these ventures resulted in substantial investor losses after tokens rapidly declined in value. He expressed hope that authorities would thoroughly examine that aspect of the controversy. The commentator also referenced allegations made by blockchain investigator ZachXBT, who has publicly associated Mayweather with a number of disputed token projects. Smith noted that the boxer's history already includes legal disputes and settlements tied to prior cryptocurrency endorsements. At one point, the investigator criticized Mayweather on social platform X, accusing him of backing yet another questionable token launch. The claims sparked heated reactions within the crypto community, with some users questioning whether celebrity net worth figures always reflect reality. Others expressed disbelief that someone of Mayweather's reported wealth would risk involvement in controversial ventures, while doubting whether meaningful consequences would follow. This was not the first time ZachXBT had scrutinized the former champion. The investigator previously highlighted numerous crypto initiatives linked to Mayweather that later collapsed. Among them was a token branded Floyd, which Mayweather promoted heavily before removing related posts after investors had already committed funds, raising further suspicion. Over time, Mayweather has also been associated with projects such as Ethereum Max and various NFT and token ventures including Mayweather's Bored Bunny, Real Floyd NFT, and Moonshot. In 2022, Smith reported that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission charged Mayweather for failing to disclose payments he received for endorsing several initial coin offerings, including a six-figure promotional fee connected to Centratech. Regulators stated that he used his social media platforms to encourage followers to participate in the offering without revealing he had been compensated. He was previously fined more than $600,000 in penalties and disgorgement related to undisclosed crypto promotions. According to Smith, many individuals suffered heavy financial losses after investing in token launches later described as rug pulls, where developers allegedly withdrew liquidity and abandoned the projects. Mayweather's association with these ventures has been cited as a contributing factor in attracting investor interest. Smith concluded by noting that the boxer was among several high-profile celebrities drawn into broader investigations surrounding digital asset promotions.
Viciously, his head did a 180 before he fell on his face. To report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters.
Public statements from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission have on several occasions connected Floyd Mayweather Jr. to violations involving cryptocurrency promotions. Regulators said that certain promoters failed to disclose payments they received for endorsing digital asset investments. Those involved did not admit or deny the accusations but agreed to resolve the matter by paying more than $750,000 in penalties. The actions were among the SEC's earliest enforcement cases addressing misconduct tied to initial coin offerings, a then-emerging fundraising method associated with cryptocurrencies. ANICO allows a company to sell newly created tokens to investors as a way of financing future projects. Even as terminology in the industry has shifted, the SEC has continued warning that many of these offerings fall under existing securities laws, which require transparency about compensation received for promotional activity. Investigators reported that Mayweather had been paid substantial sums to advertise 3 separate offerings, including one connected to Centratech, A Miami-based firm later accused of fraud among the cited promotions was a social media post encouraging followers to act quickly before the Centra token sale closed, along with other posts in which Mayweather predicted large returns from ICO investments and jokingly referred to himself as Floyd Crypto Mayweather. Speculation about his finances is not new. Similar rumors circulated in 2017, shortly after his high-profile bout with Conor McGregor. In contrast to those claims, media outlets such as Sports Illustrated have reported estimates placing his net worth in the hundreds of millions, and the boxer has continued to display an extravagant lifestyle, including luxury aircraft and high-end travel. One recent trip drew attention when Mayweather visited the island of Roatan in the Bay Islands, where local coverage highlighted his arrival by private jet and his praise for the scenery, hospitality, and cuisine. Photos of the visit circulated widely on social media, and during the stay he was presented with an award and a commemorative book about the island's history by tourism officials, including Yadira Gomez Bird. Reports also noted that he owns more than one aircraft, though full details of their cost have not been publicly confirmed. Despite periodic allegations of financial trouble, Mayweather has repeatedly rejected such claims, often pointing to his spending and possessions as evidence. After several days without comment during the latest controversy, he responded directly online, posting a series of messages denying accusations related to debt, taxes, or criminal conduct. He later addressed followers during a live broadcast on Instagram, displaying jewelry and watches while speaking about the rumors and insisting that the allegations were untrue.
So if certain people want to wear, true religions, certain people want to wear Jordans, I don't knock that. We all got to start from somewhere. I buy my kids Jordans all the time. You know what I'm saying? And at one particular time, I was wearing True Religion jeans, and I still don't knock True Religion jeans. You know why? Because that's a multi-billion-dollar company. You have to start from somewhere. So, I'm not here to knock nobody. We all live our life the way we want to live our life. Now, see, my lifestyle is a little different. I dress different.
No verified documentation has confirmed that Floyd Mayweather Jr. personally owns many of the luxury properties often associated with him. Some reports have suggested that, rather than holding full ownership, he may have participated in promotional agreements in which he appeared as the face of developments, helping attract buyers or tenants while developers prepared the projects for sale. Despite these claims, Mayweather responded online, insisting that his financial position remains strong and arguing that tax authorities simply seek a portion of his earnings. Commentary circulating on social media also alleged that a tax document he shared publicly was not genuine. Though such claims have not been definitively proven. Nicknamed Money, Mayweather built his reputation not only through his achievements in the ring but also through the enormous purses and business opportunities tied to his career. He has stated publicly that he paid an 8-figure amount in taxes in a recent year, reinforcing his position that his income remains substantial. Widely regarded as one of the highest-earning athletes ever, he accumulated massive fight earnings during his professional career and has continued to generate revenue through exhibitions, investments, and business ventures after retiring from sanctioned competition. In late-year reports, discussion emerged about the possibility of a future exhibition involving longtime rival Manny Pacquiao, potentially staged in Japan, which would revive one of boxing's most recognizable matchups. Mayweather has also continued showcasing his finances online. In one widely shared post on Instagram, he displayed an image of a tax payment and wrote that he had recently paid about $18 million to the Internal Revenue Service, remarking that this was the amount owed while retired and suggesting that his tax bills were even higher during his active years. That he has addressed similar questions in the past as well. Speaking to reporters in 2017, while responding to accusations that certain financial displays were staged, Mayweather said he had already settled his tax obligations and pointed to the large sums he earned from major fights, including his bout with Pacquiao, as evidence of his financial strength.